Life would be tragic if it weren't funny.
That was the Stephen Hawking quote, and I thought that's probably the best one to sum up the Pretty Random podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Pretty Random podcast. This is episode 21 of season 2. I'm Jed, joined by Al.
Hello.
Mark.
Hello.
Matty.
How's it going, Jed?
And Callum.
Alright, mate.
And this week, a very special show. We're going to do a science, space, universe special in honour of Stephen Hawking.
Before we crack on with that, can I just ask a question to the table? When did we stop celebrating that we came back for an episode?
That's a good point.
We're back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we haven't been. We haven't been
We haven't
like
really been away, though, have we?
no, we haven't been away, but we haven't also been taken down against our will, which was always a celebration. Now we're taking this for granted a little bit. I think.
I think that we've just stayed quite consistent. I mean, in the earlier weeks, we were just like, yeah, look, we're actually doing it again. So
Yeah,
it was something to celebrate that we'd made it 2 weeks in a row. But now we're 21 episodes in, more than 21 weeks, because obviously we've had a few misses here and there in between, got snowed out, and we've been, how long now? Just over 5 months.
What, since we came back?
Yeah,
Yeah, was it October, early October?
yeah.
Yeah. We also need to welcome back Al, because Al's been away for 4 weeks now, I think, maybe. Has it been 4?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Actually, I do have something for Al. Actually, I'm
Do you?
going to go grab something for Al, just
Hey?
because I'm assuming this was the
What's he
reason.
fucking done?
Al?
What's he got, something Man United?
It's not. It's better
How can it be better than that?
for me to say that.
There we go. Just handing Al his
Oh,
present.
man.
I'm
Public-
assuming this was why you weren't here for the last few weeks.
Is this for fucking chlamydia or something?
That's the one. Yeah.
Why do I need that?
It's a chlamydia test kit, Al, and
Okay.
I know
Well-
how promiscuous you are sometimes.
You've got to be careful in this sexual age.
Chlamydios in
Okay.
German, that is. So,
The fuck did you
No,
we
get
learned
that
that
from?
last week.
That's if you've got the chlamydia, Sal.
Ah, okay. Well, I'll test and I'll give you the results.
What, live?
Fantastic.
Live on air.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe that can be our midway point.
Midway point. Nice.
Unzip my flies.
Yeah.
Put something in your japs. Oh no.
In your jet.
It's got-
That's racist.
It's got a use-by date on it. And speaking of use-by, that's a current meme.
That is a current.
That is the current
That is
meme.
the current
That is
meme.
the current meme. Do you know about this, Callum?
No.
We're first to we made it! We made it! We beat Callum to a meme! Yeah! Do you know the way?
Possibly don't.
We're more current than Do You Know The Way right now.
We
Oh yeah,
are-
everything's more current than Do You Know
Well, no,
the
because
Way?
that's
That's new anyway.
That's new, isn't it?
You-
do,
Ugandan
do you know the way?
Sonic.
Brand new.
Yeah, it's new.
Brand new. We just literally about
Ah.
an hour ago we found out about that one.
Do You Know The Way. But there's another one, used by date one, that we've just found.
Yeah, and it features 3 images of lifesavers. Do you know what lifesavers are?
Yes.
American polos.
Yes.
Yeah, and one's saying something, and then he says another thing, and then the other one is supposed to say it, but they've printed the best by, the used by label over what he's saying. So then everyone's turned every single meme to have that, so you know the guy where he says I'm fine and everything's burning around him. It says used by over it and stuff. It's brilliant. We made it.
We've made it.
We've
made
done
it.
it, finally.
Done it.
Wow.
Finally done it.
Trendsetters.
We can
We are-
finally give up this podcast
We,
in
can,
malarkey.
we have made the current mummer on the internet. We know. That's what they're called.
That's absolutely what I call
That's
it.
Called
See,
mummers.
Nayflar,
They're called
Nayflar,
mummers.
Definitely.
No, like meme.
Mimi.
Memes. Yeah.
Memes.
Nayflar says the big meme at the moment is Gru, but this used by has gone over Gru because they've done a used by
Yeah.
version of Gru, so it's more current than that.
Gru had a really short window, I'm afraid. He
Yeah.
was current and then he ran out straight away.
Ah,
Yeah.
I don't even know what Gru is.
Current memes are Do You Know The Way and used by date.
And the Morpheus image where it
yeah.
says what if.
Oh, classic
Yeah,
one.
that's the new one.
Yeah.
I saw that yesterday, I think.
It's only just come out.
Yeah, I think
It's
that's
just
new.
come out. Memes,
Yeah.
Al.
Get on top of it now.
These nuts. Got him.
That's old, isn't it?
That's an old one.
That's a fucking very old one.
Nice.
Really old.
Al. That's a dead meme. That's a dead meme.
What they don't know as well is we've also got our own meme, which goes. It will be about. It's on the cusp of going viral.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's about to. It might
Yeah.
crop up somewhere in the show, mightn't it, Al?
Yeah.
Maybe. Right, should we get going?
Go on then.
Stephen Hawking would be like, "Come on, guys, just
Exactly in that
He'd
voice.
be like, stand up and get moving.
yeah." He'd be like,
Because I can.
Oh, oh
This
boy.
little Will's get a puncher.
Right. So, I thought it would be a good idea to do a show this week about the universe and science and Stephen Hawking, and try and get as much random stuff as we can mixed into that big universal ball. Because Stephen Hawking's been mentioned a few times on the podcast in the past. We've had Stephen Hawking on a Segway,
Yep.
Stephen Hawking on a bungee. Remember?
Oh
I
my
do.
God.
Yeah,
That was you.
that was me.
What did you want to happen?
The bungee. Did it snap? I can't remember.
Yeah, and well, it has now. So,
Oh, shit.
Everybody's all the newspapers are reporting that it was peacefully in his sleep.
His life bungee snapped.
Bungee of life has snapped.
That's what I want written on my gravestone.
episode 21, Stephen Hawking's life bungee.
That sounds sexual.
Yeah.
I've turned into Al.
Oh, got super sexual.
Super sexual Al.
Okay, so as Al started off this week's show with a nice Stephen Hawking quote, you can just go into a little game. You have to just bear with me one moment because I'm about to go into it.
We'll do some filler for you.
You do some
Jet.
filler.
Shall we do some filler for
Because
you?
I did have it on my phone and then I closed it by mistake.
That was a great
Yeah,
idea.
That's a great idea.
Anybody else got any Stephen Hawking's quotes that they?
Oh yes. Keep on talking.
Oh,
Talking. He was on a BT advert, and like he did the voiceover, and he kept saying, "Keep on talking." I'll find it if you don't believe me.
well,
No, I won't find
vaguely
it.
remember that. I do think.
Yeah, it was like him. It was like a picture of the Earth, and he was like
Yeah.
narrating it over the top.
It would have been
Yeah.
funny if he was like just floating away.
My favourite quote was when he did he present like a BAFTA or something like that.
Yes.
And the quote was silence because he hadn't like his computer went wrong.
Oh.
Who does that? Who doesn't turn the sound on? Eh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jeez, man.
geniuses.
Yeah.
That's
That was,
who.
that was a Stephen Hawking prank.
That was a Stephen
He was-
Hawking quote.
Oh, nice. Nice. All right, is
So-
it time for a quiz? Oh,
I'm
Callum.
saying my favourite one is the quietest people have the loudest minds.
It's probably
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh.
The first person who spoke.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yes.
I
I am.
have the quietest mind. You whole table. Right. And another one of his famous ones is "Do you know the way that he did?"
he made that famous.
He did.
He did.
That was
Yeah.
just-
Just before he
Just
died.
before he died. It
died.
was his famous words. His
Ugandan.
famous last words.
Ugandan Stephen. Right. Okay. It's time for a little quiz called "Who said this quote? Was it Stephen Hawking or Albert Einstein?"
No.
Bonus fact: Stephen Hawking died on Albert Einstein's birthday.
Yes, he did.
Link.
I didn't know that.
Didn't know that.
Illuminati are involved. I tell you.
And he was born on somebody else's birthday as well, like Archimedes or something like
Stephen
that.
Hawking's birthday? Was he born on Stephen Hawking's birthday?
He was born on Stephen Hawking's
You have to
birthday.
think about that.
I think. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to do an intro to it? The
To what?
segment's called "Who said this quote? Was it Stephen Hawking or Albert Einstein?"
I cannot do that.
So if you can just do a nice little jingle.
Who said this quote? That's all you're getting.
Was it Stephen Hawking or Albert Einstein?
There you go.
Two
So
part.
if somebody in the chat room could mix those together, get him into EJ.
Put a
and-
little beat underneath.
Yeah.
EJ.
PJ.
Right,
Oh, I need to
right.
get that back.
As to not give away any, and it like lean it either way or give away any clues, I'm not going to do it in the voice. I'm not going to do it in Albert Einstein's voice because that would give it away. So I am happy in my work, even if in this and in other matters I am starting to feel that the brilliance of younger years is past. Who said that?
I reckon that was Stephen Hawking.
I reckon that was Albert Einstein.
I was going to say Al.
I'd go Alex Hunt, yeah. Einstein.
Good old Al.
That was Albert Einstein. Correct.
Oh, wrong.
Everyone knows Stephen Hawking very well around this table, except for Al, who doesn't.
I don't.
Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. Who said that,
That's
Al?
definitely Stephen Hawking.
Is that something he'd say?
Yes.
Is that something he'd type into the...
Into his little machine.
Right.
So it
No,
starts
Knowing
talking.
how much Al knows about Stephen Hawking now, I desperately want to go Albert Einstein.
You're going to go the other side.
But I do want to say Stephen Hawking on that one.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'll go the Steve Hawk.
All right. That was actually Albert Einstein
Oh.
said in 19...
Oh, fuck off, was it?
I love this. Al is massively against the fact that Albert
Yeah.
Einstein could possibly have
Fuck
said that.
off.
That was Albert Einstein, and he
Bollocks,
said it in
was
an... And he said it in a 1929 interview with the Saturday Evening Post.
He
Wow,
really
that is
was ahead of
surprising.
his fucking time.
Oh,
wasn't he?
he's so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far.
Okay, right, here's another one. We spend a great deal of time studying history, which, let's face it, is mostly the history of stupidity. Very true quote, that. Very good.
Don't start with me.
Okay, Callum, going around this way.
Good old Albert, I'm gonna say.
Albert Einstein,
SH.
old SH.
They were both quite feisty, but that sounds more like a feisty German.
Oh, he's going to go for German Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
Not Ugandan.
Ow.
Let's go Stephen Hawking again.
That was Stephen Hawking out.
Oh, I got one.
Yeah. I mean, you've got it back there. Al.
Well, I had to
You've
get
got
one
it back.
eventually.
A more recent quote, actually. Stephen Hawking said that at a lecture in the University of Cambridge in 2016. Now, I don't. Also, this is a bonus fact. I don't know which hall it was, but someone will have to remind me. One of the most famous halls in London where they do like opera and stuff
Royal?
and shows. Yeah.
Royal Albert?
It might be that's
Yeah.
probably the
The
one.
Albert Einstein Hall, yeah.
The Albert Einstein. Is that why it's called that?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that.
Wow.
I don't think it is it?
No. Okay. Well, there was only 2 scientists in history to ever sell that out, and it was actually Albert Einstein and Stephen Hawking.
Good fact.
Sold it
Good
out.
fact.
I think it was probably named after Prince Albert.
Yeah, the bell end.
Yeah, the
Piercing.
guy who was famous for the piercing.
Ah,
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm just imagining. I could be
Piercing.
imagining that, but that does
I,
sound
I,
about
I
right.
went that direction as
It's
well.
either that or Prince Albert, the wrestler.
yes, classic.
That's
Did
who it
Prince
was.
Albert have a Prince Albert?
Yeah,
He did.
He did. That's
Did.
why he was called it. Yeah.
Okay.
Big A train. Okay,
A-Train,
right, here's another
yeah.
one. There lies before us, if we choose, continued progress in happiness, knowledge, and wisdom. Shall we instead choose death because we cannot forget our quarrels? We appeal as human beings to human beings. Remember your humanity and forget the rest. Was
Wow.
that Albert Einstein or was that Stephen Hawking?
Where are you going first?
I'm gonna go for Matty first.
Ooh. Damn it. I was going with the crowd on this one. I'll go for Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking.
Let's do it. Let's go Hawking.
He's gone for Stephen Hawking.
I'm going Hawking.
Albatross.
Oh, okay, right. That was Albert Einstein,
Oh.
and it was co-wrote in a letter to
Co-wrote.
So hold on, he didn't write it.
With Stephen Hawking.
in a letter to in 1955 to the world leaders when they were talking about nuclear weapons. 1955, he tried to talk to world leaders about nuclear weapons. All these years later,
Hey?
why have you stuck your finger up?
No, I think you've done Callum with his patience now. He had a big yawn.
Did you stick his finger in his mouth?
No, I just said that.
He noticed my yawn. Decided to make a big deal out of it.
Let's take a piss out your quiz, mate.
You say it's a big deal, but we didn't know what was
Wait,
going
what?
on.
No,
This
he
is a
actually-
quiz.
I was really confused. Actually,
I'm sorry, we
I was
already
hoping,
have a quiz.
I was hoping you wouldn't mention it. I was trying to plug a new segment called Judd's Big Quiz.
Oh, he's stealing the glory.
No, this is just
I think we all know how well this is going.
yeah, it's very bad. very bad.
I've done some fact checking, and it is named after Prince Albert, who died 6 years previous to the Royal Albert Hall being built.
There you go.
Well, I think that they should put a statue or name something like there probably already is, but name something or put a statue up for Stephen Hawking now, shouldn't they? Be
Where
nice.
would they put it though?
On that plinth in Trafalgar Square. Did
Oh,
they ever?
yeah.
Did they ever put anyone on there? Like,
Nelson, I think.
No, they've got like statues all the way around. They had one that was empty, and for a time they were putting artworks
Yeah, because
on
I
there.
saw a big blue cock on it, massive.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, got a photo of it.
100%
It didn't
not.
even fit on the screen. I had to hold my arm really far out. I'll show you it later on. Right, last quote. Getting some inspirational quotes going on right now. Bit of Stephen Hawking and Albert Einstein. This is the last one. But if intelligent creatures do exist, as we may assume they do elsewhere in the universe, I should not expect them to try to communicate with Earth by wireless. Light rays, the direction which can be controlled much more easily, would more probably be the first method attempted? Was that Stephen Hawking or Albert Einstein? Al, we're going back to you to start.
Is it Albert Einstein?
Oh, he's gone for Albert Einstein, even though it's talking about the universe.
I know.
Okay.
I'm going Einstein.
Another Einstein.
I'm going to go for the win. Stephen Hawking.
He's going for Stephen Hawking.
I'm going for Steve-O as well. Yeah.
Big Steve-O Hawking, and that was Albert Einstein.
No.
Who was in it?
I-
He said
I-
wireless.
I know.
There's a secret clue in there.
Yeah.
I did hear it, but
Wireless radio hasn't been called wireless for a time.
And he wrote that in 1920 in a response in the Daily Mail.
God.
Daily Mail.
The Daily
Do
Mail.
you reckon they were worried about immigrants back then too?
Maybe.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Has there ever been a time where people have not been worried about them?
Let's go to Al for this.
Immigrants? I don't know, really. A lot of the world is just immigrants everywhere, isn't it? When you think about it, immigration's a big thing. That's my 2 cents.
Oh, Al's 2 cents. 2 cents. 2 cents.
Wow.
New feature. Oh, I
Al's
like
2
that.
cents on
I love how
immigrants.
we just stayed quiet and he carried on talking. We should try this more often.
There you go, see.
That's good.
That was 2 cents.
So the world is we're all immigrants at heart.
Basically,
We're
yeah.
immigrants of the universe,
we
ain't
are
we?
mixed from everywhere, aren't we, really? Let's face it.
We're just all cosmological dust floating through.
I'm English, all right? I'm English, born and bred. Glory, glory, Man United.
That's why you got the red mic on.
That's exactly.
Why have
Red.
you got the blue one then, Jed?
Because
So you're a Chelsea fan.
No.
It's the
Yes.
third kit from last season. United's third kit from last season.
United's third kit.
Well,
Last
there you
season.
go then.
Callum's got this year's third kit, grey.
This year's third kit.
I like
What
purple.
about the pink?
You support Parma
Oh, well, there you go.
Winner.
or Palermo? Is it Palermo or Parma?
Palermo, yeah. I think it's Palermo.
Schooled.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
didn't really come off very well on the podcast. Might have to edit that bit.
Yeah.
Talking about the colour of the microphones.
Okay, I got another question. Keeping the wheels rolling on the Stephen Hawking special podcast, and that is because Stephen Hawking, he loved space, didn't he?
Mhm.
And he loved the universe, didn't he?
He was
Al?
all about
He
it.
did.
And he was all about the planets, wasn't he, Callum?
He's
He was
also-
indeed.
And if there's one thing he wanted to do, Matty, it was be amongst the stars, wasn't it?
Damn straight.
So, question to go around the table, and we're going to start with Callum. The only rule is that it can't be any of us, and I know that it probably would be me if you could choose. If you went on a space voyage in a spaceship with one other person, who would it be and why?
Brian Blessed.
Oh, that was a quick answer. He's
Crikey.
thought about this. Okay, why would it be him?
He's just got an awesome voice, so I just think it'd be quite entertaining.
And would he help on the space voyage?
Oh, no.
He is an explorer, though, isn't he? He's got some stories about him.
Yeah.
He's climbed Everest. Did he climb Everest?
Not too sure.
Don't know, actually.
He's done some expeditions, definitely.
I reckon he'd get quite annoying after
Oh,
about a day.
utterly! Like
Yeah,
within the hour, I reckon.
I love the guy. I think
Yeah.
he's phenomenal. But like after a day of him just talking like this constantly, you'd be like, "All right, mate, just dial it down.
Man.
just dial it down." Like we haven't even lifted off yet.
Yeah, get in your humongous spacesuit.
I didn't know that he was boss nass.
Yeah,
I
did you
didn't
not?
know.
Oh,
And
no.
It was only recently that I saw a video about him.
Boss nuts.
The guy from Phantom Menace.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
That's Brian Blessed.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That famous character.
Yeah.
So, Matty. Matty.
I'm assuming I'm definitely not allowed to take my wife.
No, you can. You can.
Well, I'm not.
Just not.
I'm going to make it more awkward for you now. Yeah, you can.
You
so
absolutely
why
can.
are you not?
You absolutely can and should.
So
But,
why are you not?
we don't really get on that well. It's more about the taxes that we got married for.
That's true. So, no. So, who you could take a celebrity, who would it be?
And Stephen Hawking's still dead in this reality, yeah?
No.
No, he's still
That
alive.
could be anyone then.
He's the only
basically.
one. He's,
but he would probably die quite soon.
he dies while you're up there. if you take it.
Oh, God. How depressing would that be?
Chuck his wheelchair out the air.
And his machine just keeps
I,
talking.
I don't suppose you saw the Facebook post I put up this week saying like, thanks for giving us Stephen Hawking for giving us our best title, and Stephen Hawking on Segway. I put up the picture I used at the time, but I did find an amazing picture, but I didn't know if people would find it disrespectful, because I think it's beautiful. But they took him up into zero G. You know, they do the planes where they fly up in the air and then come back down really fast.
Oh, yeah,
zero
yeah,
G.
yeah.
There's a picture of him floating, and he has got the best grin
Yeah,
on his
yeah,
face.
yeah,
But like,
yeah.
That's it.
to me, I think it's absolutely beautiful.
Oh,
but like,
yeah.
someone might think I'm taking a piss.
Yeah, no,
but
I've seen the actual company that did do that for him. They did post that on the day that he died. But
Mhm.
yeah, he looked so happy in it.
he did.
didn't
Yeah, he
really,
looked like
really.
genuine joy. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I could take him up there, I
You
think I would.
You take
yeah.
Stephen Hawking. That's
Yeah.
very nice. Nice answer. Right, Mark.
Holly, but if we do a celebrity and living or dead, and I don't want to steal your thunder. Actually, maybe you should do yours in case you say the same person. I don't think you will, but
Nah, go on. No, I don't think you're going to say the same person.
Steve Irwin, because if we find aliens,
Oh,
he'd be like great with them, wouldn't he?
yeah, because you'd be grabbing him
Oh,
and stuff.
so we were just going completely alive, like everybody through history.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now that you said a dead person, I was like, right, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, so yeah, Stephen, I'd take Steve Irwin. He'd grab aliens.
Proper thumb up his anus.
Yeah.
He's a wriggly bugger, isn't he?
It's the best Australian accent.
That
That
was
went from Australian
I
to
was-
like Northerner, didn't it?
that was Australian.
That was good. That.
That was Australian. Right,
Definitely, definitely cut that piece.
that's going to be my message tone. Okay, Al,
Oh man.
who would you take?
Is it Patrick Moore, the Stars guy?
Yeah.
Could take him.
He just wants Games
The
Master.
star
He
guy.
just
Yeah,
wants
yeah.
Games
Come
Master.
on.
in
Games
space.
Master
You're
Live.
going to plug in a little Nintendo while you're up there.
That's right. Yes.
Nice.
100%.
That's good.
Yeah, do that.
I just looked like I did exactly the same thing.
I've got a plan here. I'm going to take Donald Trump up with me, but I'm going to
Check about the airlock.
open the airlock.
Jump out so you don't have to spend any more time with him.
My head explodes and I die. No, I let him go out in the airlock to do like some repairs
Yeah.
on the outside of the ship, and then I just fly it back down and be like, yeah. So
So
The whole time he was clenched onto the side of the
he'd probably still make it back down, wouldn't he? To be
Yeah.
honest, and then he'd be even more angry because he'd be like when Thanos lands.
but then, but then he would be considered the immigrant then.
Illegal alien Donald Trump.
Yeah.
All that's changed is there's toupees flying away.
It's just flown away a
Just
little
floating
bit.
in space.
Oh, have you seen that video? Have you seen that video
it's
where
so
his toupee
gross.
takes off?
So
Yeah,
gross.
I've seen that. It comes. It's like it goes the wrong way, doesn't it?
Mm.
Oh, it's a Harry Potter reference. You'll get it. It reminds me of Voldemort in the back of his head.
Oh,
You expected
yeah,
Voldemort, like that
yeah.
flaps open
Yeah.
and Voldemort.
Oh, it explains so much,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
Voldemort.
Voldemort. He is a classic character.
He is.
That's why I said it.
He is.
100% in Harry Potter.
100% character of Harry Potter. Okay, so Stephen Hawking Space Universe special continues rolling on. Still to come, we've got Matty's big quiz.
Big quiz.
Universe Stephen Hawking special.
Yeah.
I'm
But
glad you let that cat out of the bag nice and early.
It could have been anything.
Could have
been
been-
about cats.
Could have been about bags.
Stephen Hawking special, Matty's big quiz is about bags.
with
Some
cats in
ball.
them.
And balls.
No, just bags.
Oh, okay.
We just before we move on, we've got some chat suggestions. So Nayfly's going to take Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Holly just wrote "but" in capital letters, so there could be anything.
She's just taking a butt.
Yeah, and T Swain's going to take someone who knows how to fly a spaceship. Nobody thought of that one.
No, that's true, yeah.
It could be on autopilot, though.
What's his name? Chris Spaceman McGee. Chris Spaceman McGee. You know the guy.
Chris,
Oh, the Canadian?
No,
Or
the British guy.
Oh, the British guy.
The British guy who goes to ISS,
Chris Tarrant.
International Space
no, I
Station.
got that.
Oh.
Not ISIS.
Chris guy.
Chris. Who's Chris Guy?
You know the Chris man, he was on this morning.
Crispy
Chris Pratt,
Krang.
Star Lord.
Krispy Kreme.
Of course you'd take Chris Pratt. Because he's a human who's gone
Chris
up to...
Hadfield isn't the British guy. That's not the British. Is that,
No, that's the Canadian
That's
guy.
the Canadian guy. So
Chris
who's the
Peak.
Who's the British
Is
guy?
it something Peak?
Chris Peak.
Oh, Chris
Tim
Peak.
Peak.
Tim! There you go.
Crispy Peak.
Crispy Peaks. We just ordered Chinese.
This week's episode of Britty Rand Podcast is brought to you by Krispy Kreme donuts.
Krispy
Oh,
Kreme donuts.
yeah.
So that was the ad.
Yeah.
That was just a clever ad.
Well, where's our donations then? Of Krispy Kreme donuts?
We ate them before you got it.
Ah.
So, right.
I was
time-
here before you, though.
Time for a segment.
They saw you come down the street. They all ran out and
Yeah, they
like
legged it.
Waiting
Yeah.
for you to come back in.
crisp,
Oh.
like sprinkles falling out of their mouth. And
Love a good Krispy Kreme.
No one's going to take that low ball.
sexual.
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 Okay, right. Time for a segment now that the Pretty Random Universe has been waiting for to return for many weeks now. And that is...
Jedinori?
No. It's all
Oh.
about you.
Is it Al's French hat?
That's disappeared this week.
Where's it gone?
It's gone,
What?
mate. It's at home.
You can't just do that to us.
It's been
I was
cancelled.
waiting for that.
Cancelled.
You can't just leave the hat at home. But no, it's not Al's French hat.
First Robot Wars, now Al's French hat.
Robot Wars.
What else is going to get
Yeah,
cancelled
Robot
this
Wars
week?
got cancelled.
Did
Again.
it?
Yeah.
Dara O'Brien.
That's another internet meme. People were upset about it or something. Take to the internet.
Is it?
Do you know the way?
Go.
People are also upset about H&M, but that's a different story.
What are they upset
Oh
about?
shit! What did they do? I just bought a hat and a scarf from them today,
Oh!
and I very much enjoy it.
What did they do?
nice scarf.
He's a nice guy.
Very nice scarf.
It's a
Yeah.
real-
H&M brought to you by Pretty Random Podcast.
Pretty Random Podcast is proudly sponsored this week by Krispy Kreme Donuts and H&M. And
Did you just dab?
yeah, dabs.
Dabbing
If we're
donuts.
sponsored by H&M, I'm fucking out of it.
We're trying to get on to the next
What have
segment.
they done?
Jesus
I don't
Christ!
get it.
This is how Matty feels trying to do the
What
quiz.
have H&M done that everyone didn't know that they've been doing for years, including
They
slavery?
pissed off a lot of street artists and graffiti artists.
Next segment.
Was that it?
That was it. Oh, jeez.
They
That is
pissed
a-
him off
Man.
by doing what?
Basically, they used a graffiti artist called Revoke from LA. They used one of his illegal works in the background of one of their promotions. And, of course, Revoke sent them a cease and desist. And then they filed a document with the courts to say that anything that's any graffiti that's illegal, any corporation can use in promotion.
I'm not going to lie. Like, I want to be on your side, but they do have a point. If you're going to do something that's illegal, you shouldn't really be challenging it in a court of law.
No. H&M have retracted that statement.
Tell you what, I'm going to go to H&M tomorrow.
I'm definitely. Well, I mean, I've already bought a hat and a scarf. I'm going to
If
go
it's
back
not
and
vandalised already.
buy.
I'm going to go see check out their jobs pages, see if I can get a job
How
with
do you
them.
feel about Top Man and their jumper, their sweatshirt that they brought out?
96.
96.
How do
Oh, right, yeah,
is that-
so
what
how do you
com-
feel
what-
about
what
that?
comes around?
How do you feel about that? That it insults the memory of 96 dead people.
It didn't affect me personally, but I can understand why people are upset about it.
There we go. It's an interesting balance of some people who spray in illegal places being upset and getting really angry about it, and 96 people dying and their memory being affected and it being not that big a deal.
Yeah, I know, but it's more is going off the fact that the piece was like sort of a focal point of the promotion of these shirts, like it is using as a focal point for it, and of course H&M are making money off of something they didn't do or didn't even ask the artist for permission to use.
That's the world. It happens every
So
day.
it's just in the background.
It was in the background, yes, but it's not like it wasn't subtly in the background.
Hang on, wait.
So what if someone's house was in the background?
Yeah.
They'd be like, we can't use that.
Oh, I've already had this discussion.
Oh, okay.
Carry on. Sorry, mate.
Stephen Hawking didn't die for this.
No, he didn't.
Time for...
No, just before you start, Jed.
Go on.
Nah. No,
Right.
please do go ahead.
It's time for 6 Degrees of Separation.
Yeah.
Go.
And this
Yes.
week, we're going to be linking Al in 6 steps or less to Stephen Hawking.
This was going to be difficult, I think.
Okay. I want to go down the university route.
Yeah.
Yes,
Does
okay.
anybody know anybody from Oxford University?
No.
No? Okay, well, let's move on to the next
Oh.
one.
Cambridge.
I didn't say it was Cambridge.
It was Cambridge,
Was
but
it?
I,
Oh, of course it was, yeah.
but no, I don't know.
Did we?
I don't know any. I don't think I know anyone who went to either of them.
Okay, so he's been in The Simpsons. He's been in Big Bang Theory.
I can do it really quickly, but it's going to use an old technique. It's going to use
Hold
an
on.
old one.
It's bloody
Well,
Chris
no,
Jericho.
let's-
Chris Jericho. It's Chris Jericho. It's Chris Jericho because you could just go. We won't use this one, but you can go Stephen Hawking to any member of but guy who plays Mr. Burns, to Bret Hart,
Oh,
to Chris
because he was in
Jericho,
there. To you.
to me,
To Al.
Al.
Yeah. And we
Or
do
just straight to Al then.
It's
Doesn't that?
always the bridge.
Why? It can't be straight down.
So doesn't Al met Chris Jericho?
Yeah, I saw him. Yeah, in
He
Burger
saw him
yeah,
in Burger King.
Skip that
Yeah.
mark then.
Yes.
It's like 4 degrees of separation.
But we can't keep playing the Chris Jericho.
No, eventually, Chris
Yeah.
Jericho
Chris
cannot
Jericho
be the
is
link.
the link to everything.
He can't be the link anymore.
Was that the way through The Simpsons, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, through The Simpsons. We'd go through Family Guy to Seth MacFarlane to Chris Jericho.
who you saw. So
I did.
So, how many people have you got, like, when you've been to, like, Comic-Cons and things like that, how many people have you got signatures from and
Oh, like,
photos with?
none,
stuff?
really.
None.
No, I just
This
look at
does
them
not
from a
help
distance.
this, does it?
Oh, that doesn't sound creepy at all.
Has Sean Bean ever been in The Simpsons?
Al just looks at him from the distance.
Yeah,
without
I
thinking.
think
his
I don't
character
think it's
definitely
worth
has
fucking
been.
paying.
Like, I think, didn't they do, like, a Game of Thrones reference?
Has Orlando Bloom been in The Simpsons?
Orlando Bloom worked with Ricky Gervais, who's been in The Simpsons.
I think
Hold
we're
on,
going a
we've-
little far out
Let's
now.
go to the chat.
Well,
Look,
how
we've
so?
we've got a link.
Paul Mother was born in Oxford. I'm not too sure if that.
I think.
When we now have considered it's Cambridge.
I think
Yeah.
no, but he probably did do a university talk at Oxford once. Stephen Hawking, who did a university talk at Oxford once upon a time.
Now, if Orlando
My
Bloom's
auntie
been in
lives in
Simpsons.
Cambridge. Is that a link?
Orlando Bloom, I'm sure he has.
But
Surely.
why can't you use the, like, because he was in Extras with Ricky Gervais?
I don't know how that goes to, like, so Stephen Hawking
Yeah.
to an actor, any actor in Simpsons, so Hank Azaria,
Ricky Gervais.
to
He
Ricky
was a-
Gervais,
Yeah,
to Orlando Bloom,
yeah,
to Sean Bean.
yeah.
There we're missing. We need to cut that down by one
Okay.
because it gets to 6 because it's not directly to Al.
You better watch it.
So okay.
So yeah, unless you can think of any other Lord of the Rings cast members that have been in The Simpsons.
Elijah Wood.
Yeah, he's been in The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So Stephen Hawking,
Yeah.
cast member from The Simpsons, Hank Azaria.
Oh no, because you can just
Stephen Hawking's been in this.
Ricky
Stephen Hawking's been in the
Yeah,
Simpsons.
not just being. He's still. You've got to go through a
I
person.
suppose. Yeah.
To Hank Azaria, to Elijah Wood, to Sean Bean. I met Sean Bean in the pub in Camden. Ow. But we also have to stop playing the Mark card
Yeah.
at some point.
Eventually, Mark and Chris Jericho are going to become illegal.
Yeah.
Cards
and
to
and,
play. Yeah,
then-
well,
and
yeah.
that's the day that 6 degrees of separation stops.
Yeah, because
No, we
figured
will
you
have
don't
to
know
do that
anyone.
one day.
You don't.
We need to take you. We need to go celebrity hunting with you.
Let's do it. I'd do that.
So you can just watch them from a distance.
Yeah.
just stand looking. Al's big celeb hunt.
We'll find you like a really popular. Like we'll go to Comic Con. We'll find you like a really popular person. I'll buy you an autograph, and you have a little bit of a conversation about it, and we could smash it out from there.
Every time.
Let's do that.
And then that one becomes illegal after a few weeks.
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking. You know him.
We go celebrity hunting in LA.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh,
Go.
go on the Hollywood tour.
Yeah, tour of the stars' homes.
Could
I
do that.
don't know if you're allowed off those buses.
No, I don't think you are.
Can go
Just gonna
get-
knock on the
see Mark
fence.
Hamill's star.
Yeah.
Be like, Mark Hamill's
I'll
star.
be like, look at that. It's Luke. And the Joker.
Which one?
In the animated series and all that, isn't it?
Yep.
He's played Joker for years.
Oh
Yeah.
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 I think you've mentioned this before.
Yeah.
That's how I know.
Phenomenal. Second best Joker ever. Behind Jack Nicholson.
I thought you were going to say Jared Leto. Then I was going,
Who does the Joker in the
He's
game?
third.
Arkham.
Mark Hamill.
Does he?
Yeah.
yeah.
The best.
In all of the Arkham games, I believe it's Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill, so it's the animated ones. Apart from, I think, Arkham Origins, where it's Troy Baker as Batman, if I remember correctly.
Good old Troy.
Stephen Hawking.
Carry
Fame for his,
on.
his love of Mark Hamill.
Probably met him, hasn't he?
Probably. Did you see Mark Hamill was on the St. Patrick's Day parade today in Ireland? They were literally parading him through the streets on a car, doing his like point thing that he does when people are taking photos.
Ah.
That guy's life is so bizarre.
Mm.
Well, he loves it, though, doesn't he?
I don't want to spoil it. If there's the documentary that's going to be on The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you not want to know anything that's going to be on that documentary? It's not it's like a documentary about the director's relation with people.
Oh, the director and the Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right. No, it's fine.
You know-
You can say.
Apparently, Mark Hamill lost it when he had to film the scene at the end. He broke down, and like there's a scene in that documentary with Ryan Johnson like consoling him, like because he was
Wow.
losing it.
Did he kill him off? I haven't seen it.
Didn't say anything. Just
Well,
at
you
the
can
end.
tell me.
And
'cause
then
I'm
but,
never
like,
gonna watch
could-
it.
Anything could have happened.
Anything could have happened.
So what happened then?
Well, you
Is
can
it-
have to
we
watch
can't
it.
say
Yeah,
that.
but
It's
I
not
know.
even out on
What if-
Blu-ray yet.
What
We
if I
can't say
don't
it.
watch it?
We're never going to tell you then. That's what movies are about.
You are a troll.
No, I'm not telling you.
Come
what's
on.
happening.
No,
It's
we
just-
can't because we're
Okay,
on there,
fine.
aren't we? Like,
Yeah, all right. People
not
might
seen
have
it.
not seen it.
Watch it.
Just watch it. Okay?
I'm just not sure I'll get it.
Yeah,
though.
fucking hell,
How
Al.
would I
Watch
get
it,
it if
all
I
right?
haven't watched all the others?
Here's a spoiler. If anyone hasn't seen this movie by now, at the end of Cat in the Hat, the mum's coming home and you think they're not going to be able to clean the house in time, and they do.
I haven't seen Cat now.
Cat in the fucking hat. Where did that
No,
come
look,
To
what
be-
from?
happened? That's
to
what
be fair-
happened.
to be fair, Mike Myers' best film.
That is what happens when you do spoilers.
Well, yeah, but I just never see it then, will I?
Thing 1
You
and
kind of
Thing
look like Thing 1.
2. You do. Not like Thing 2, though.
No, Thing 2 at all.
Don't look exactly the same.
Okay, right. Stephen Hawking.
Green eggs and ham.
Stephen Hawking never said that.
No, he didn't.
No. That was Stephen King.
No, he didn't.
Yes.
You've angered the chat room as well. You shouldn't have done that. You should not have done that. Happy young 12 said he's a damn fucker.
I was before ruining
should be
Cat in the Hat.
ashamed.
No, I definitely am. Okay, right. Stephen Hawking lived quite an inspirational life, really. Obviously, had motor neuron disease, which, unfortunately, most people who get diagnosed with that die within 2 to 3 years of the diagnosis. He lived a full life and became one of the most intelligent people in history
Yeah.
and inspirational people in history. A lot of celebrities have come out that he said he had a really good sense of humour. He didn't mind making a joke about himself, which is why I think he'd probably be a fan of the Pretty Random podcast.
He would love it.
And also, celebrities have come out and said that he had an eye for the ladies as well.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. His mum said that as well.
Yeah, and I'm like, absolute player. So,
Yeah, yeah.
Have you seen The Theory of Everything?
I haven't, and I'm going to watch it though. I'm going to watch it at some
I have
point.
not
but,
It is good. Very good.
I thought that Stephen Hawking having an eye for the ladies would be a good idea to have a segment, especially for you, Al.
Mm.
And it's called Stephen Hawking's Chat Up Lines.
Oh, right.
So if he was out in a bar, and what do you think he'd tap on into Microsoft Sam?
Fuck knows. I don't pick up women, do I? Christ.
Is that a joystick in my pocket? Or am I just pleased to see you?
Oh,
Do you think
yeah.
he could still get it up?
Yes, he had children.
Did he? I didn't know that.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
he had kids.
How would you have sex though?
How do you have sex? Just ask Jed really quick how to have sex.
How would
Live
you-
on air.
How would he do it? Would he
Come on,
just?
we got to go off camera a minute, and then we come back.
Your show.
Going to be a practical demonstration of how Stephen Hawking has sex.
That's just really weird.
I'll
isn't
just bring it back like when you're not expecting it. You're just in the middle of the stalk story. Like,
Oh
it?
boy,
That's weird, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Callum, any ideas? What do you think Stephen Hawking's chat up lines would be?
I think you'd go for the classic, "Hey baby, you wanted a stud, I got the STD, now all I need is you."
Oh,
What
I
the?
think that would be a good one.
okay. That took me a
That's-
second, and then I figured it out, and then I was like, "Is
head over
that
heels in love.
is that a classic?"
It's Haley fell for it.
That classic.
So my, yeah.
Oh,
Now my wife.
yes. Well,
There you go. Classic STDs.
no, I'm thinking of chat up lines that would only work for him. I mean, he's got an advantage of having
Google to hand.
Yeah, hooked up to the internet.
a computer, hasn't he? So so he could use puns based on that, but don't know how quick thinking we could be. To
Hey
think about.
baby, this wheelchair has a vibrate setting. I don't know.
Oh,
that's right.
That's
That's
it. I'm
good.
geting quite turned on. That's it.
Okay.
You've got quite a nice pair. How about I give you a motor neuron boat?
Oh.
Oh.
Wait. Oh.
That just made me sad.
Well, you never got to use the line.
Oh boy. So
Wow.
Al, Babs didn't know Wilson. I'll just drop a bit of it.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
Famous me.
Famous meme.
That's a meme.
Famous meme. Wow.
It's a meme.
Okay.
Came out yesterday.
Just came out. Brand new one.
Brand new meme. You seen it yet?
Oh, damn it.
Dead now.
Thought
Dead meme.
Let's make dead meme a meme.
Dead meme.
Meme session.
Just draw little crosses on the eyes of every single meme in existence.
Dead meme.
Dead meme.
Everything's a dead meme.
It's a good idea. We should do that.
We were all just joking. I was like fully on board with this idea.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dead memes.
Okay, right. We're rattling through the show on like
Like a motorized wheelchair.
down some cobbly steps. And for the first time ever, we're gonna go to a quick break and be coming right back. Right, we're ready to go. We're back now with the podcast. Thanks for not going anywhere because we're still here. Pretty Random Podcast rolls on with Jed's Brass Facts.
Brass Facts. Hosted and sponsored by Jed Bennett. I got your name right.
And the sponsorship is back.
Sponsorship
Took a week off.
Took a week off.
It
Yeah,
is
the
back.
contract negotiations, but we've sorted it out. So, Stephen Hawking, the Universe Science Special Podcast. This week's Brass Facts, we've done themed ones for the past few weeks. We did sharks, we did Australia, and so this week out, what do you think the Brass Facts is going to be about?
It's going to be about science.
It's going to be about wheelchairs.
Oh, good. Good.
Wheelchairs.
Yes.
Yes.
For real.
For wheel.
See, I did that because I thought it was a joke.
It was a rubbish joke. Don't ever do it again.
Okay.
Please stick on
Alex plays.
stick on script, please.
Okay. Sorry.
No, very good. Very good.
Thanks.
Okay, this is interesting facts about wheelchairs and people with disabilities. Okay.
We've lost Al. We've lost Al.
It's facts about disabilities.
Yes.
Okay.
Stephen Hawking was in a wheelchair, had
Yeah,
a
I get
disability,
that,
but still
okay.
lived his life to the full.
He did.
Um,
As much as he could.
I suppose he did okay.
He was not bound to his chair.
Well, he kind of was.
What if he wasn't?
His
Would he
mind
fall
wasn't,
out?
though. His mind wasn't bound
That's
to the
true.
chair.
That's
Okay,
true.
right, here's the first fact for you this week. The earliest record of wheeled furniture
Right.
was an inscription found on a stone slate in China. And it was a child's bed depicted on a Greek vase. And this dated back to 6th century BC.
Greek
So,
what?
A vase? A
Oh,
vase?
vase. Okay.
Oh, God. Oh.
So it was a Chinese inscription on a Greek vase.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting in itself.
That's a mix up there, isn't
That
it?
is a
It's
mix.
6th century BC.
And I mean, what else? I mean, what more beautiful imagery would you want on a vase than a child's bed with wheels on? What a beautiful vase.
Do you reckon that would have been carried on the Silk Road to China?
Maybe.
This is not the dark web Silk Road, if anyone is wondering what I mean. It was an original road made of silk. It stretched from Russia to Azerbaijan.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, another fact. But I think that we're going to find that there might be a bit of a link here to China and wheelchairs. Because the first records of wheeled seats, so what we'd know as a wheelchair or an office chair, but I'm pretty sure it's probably a wheelchair, was for transporting disabled people in the 3rd century BC in China. And before this, now Al, compose yourself, they used to use a wheelbarrow.
That makes sense. Though.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it? That would make sense.
Yeah, he gets to lie down all day.
Well, you don't.
Well, you are in a
What's
wheelbarrow.
What's the alternative?
Otherwise, you'd just be sitting up.
Ow, they did say to transport them.
Yes.
So as soon as they get to the location they want, they just
They just
out the
fling them
wheelbarrow.
out, yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like there on the floor.
It's like when you started to cut the grass and you had to dump the cuttings.
The what?
Cut the grass.
Oh, the grass.
Yeah, I take it you meant grass.
No, grass.
Okay.
What? Do you not really? You don't really say grass, do you?
Of course I do.
He,
Dorset.
he lives on a farm.
As opposed to a farm.
Sound like Callum's Australian impression.
Was that Australian?
Okay. Okay, here we go. Here's another fact for you. In 2012, an underwater wheelchair was developed for diving. There are also specialised wheelchairs used for paragliding, basketball, soccer, tennis, the beach, and just about anything you can think of.
Were these all underwater?
Underwater tennis.
Underwater tennis, underwater basketball.
To be fair, I don't like wheelchair tennis. So underwater wheelchair tennis,
That would be
I
good.
would go for that.
Yeah.
What's wrong with wheelchair tennis?
Can't get a rally going, can they?
And
Can I not? I've never watched it.
That's a Carl Pilkington quote.
Ah.
it takes a lot of strength to be able to do those sports actually in a wheelchair. So I've got a lot of respect to any of the disabled athletes who do like racing in a wheelchair or any of the sports that we mentioned. It's better because on the Paralympics,
Racing in a wheelchair.
they do, don't they?
Yeah.
Racing wheelchairs.
No.
Have you never seen the marathon?
Oh
Like the
my God.
marathon?
Sorry, yeah. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, okay.
We almost had a Waluigi
I
moment.
want to know what was in his head.
It was Stephen Hawking going down the 100-meter sprint.
Pimp up your
It's
wheelchair.
whoever pimped their ride the biggest got the finish the
I
first.
was thinking more like cheese rolling, but with just wheelchairs
That's
at the
just-
top of the hill and you just fucking push them down. Just
Oh,
so
no.
you get to the bottom.
I don't think they'd even need wheelchairs for that. They'd need a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Oh, wheelbarrow racing next year in the Paralympics. Okay, right. Here's another fact for you. The 32nd President of the United States. Do you know who it is before I name it?
Would we know him?
Yeah, he's a good one. He's one of the good ones.
One of the big ones. Is he up on a mountain somewhere?
Oh, that. You're putting the question back on me now.
Yeah, I'm
I
trying.
don't know.
This isn't Ash
Anyway,
Jed.
it was Roosevelt. Okay.
Oh, Teddy.
Yeah, no, Franklin.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You're a son of a bitch.
Okay, well, anyway, the 32nd President of the United States, Franklin D. Roosevelt, was paralysed and used a wheelchair, although he never wanted his photo taken in that way, so that it would disclose his disability. So he was actually paralysed and had to use a wheelchair, but any photos of him, he didn't want to be in the wheelchair or have the photo with a wheelchair because he didn't want anyone to know.
So he was just crumpled in a heap on the floor. Well, in most of his photos.
Yeah, well, maybe they just took like a headshot, because then he could be against any surface. You wouldn't know whether he stood up, lie down, anything. Okay, wheelchair facts continue. Right, last one here. Harry Jennings and his disabled friend Herbert Irvis, both, which is a good name, were both mechanical engineers, and they invented the first lightweight steel collapsible wheelchair in 1933. It was called the X-Brace. This design is still common and used today, albeit with updated materials. So the design that was used in 1933 still used today.
Yeah, I can see that absolutely, because like when you see like wheelchairs being used in like depiction of like hospitals in world wars, like the wheelchairs do actually still look fairly similar to what they do nowadays.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So good on them for inventing something that still used today, and obviously something that was a big part of Stephen Hawking's life. I don't know why this fact's on the list, but it says poor people are at more risk of acquiring a disability.
That's probably true, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
For
it's not really relevant to wheelchairs, but
no.
still.
You did say wheelchairs and disabilities.
That is true. Maybe that's why it's snuck on there. But that was some special wheelchair facts for you this week.
Can we go into Brass Fact Overtime special chat room
Yeah.
bonus fact.
Chat facts.
Yeah, this is from T. Swain. Random fact about Germany. In World War II, scientists developed a special methamphetamine-based substance which allowed the soldiers to walk 55 miles a day with 60-kilo backpacks.
Wow.
So,
When was that?
World War II.
World War Two. Fuck, they really had a rough go at it there, didn't they?
Yeah.
Was that the super soldiers they talked about?
I guess it must be.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
guess
makes
it
sense.
kind of gets spun into that down the line. But yeah, I guess it's the same sort of thing. It makes you wonder what they pumped into him on the front lines to make him not.
Cocaine,
win
I
a
think that
war.
was,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
We also had a little bit of fact checking. Humans did not evolve from Neanderthals, and that came from the researcher.
The
Um,
researcher.
Yep, the researcher. And then a little bit of a conflict between the researcher and the researcher, where it wasn't likely that the Silk Road carried the pots across to China, and then a reversal of that, where it probably was likely that the
So we're still up on the air on that one. Who knows?
yeah.
Who knows?
Silk Roads.
So there we go. That was Brass Facts this week, and we also had some special chat facts added in. We always appreciate when you come to the chat room with some facts. It's kind of like a bring your own fact. So good work on T. Swain. Faulkner.
BYOF.
BYOF, yeah, for contributing. Right, so rattling through to another segment that people are going to be keen. It's like a weekly episodic segment. This so it continues to week, and it is about a man who lives his life in 140 characters or less. With his life mission is to get that blue tick of verification.
And we're doing everything in our power to help him the way.
We're doing everything in our power to make this intro go as long as possible, so Mark can get Twitter already.
This is no. We need to build it up. It's a big segment. It deserves a big intro.
So, young man named Ross. He just lives his life in 140 characters. He's just got a mission to get a blue tick on Twitter, and we're going to help him out with that because it's time for
Ross is on Twitter.
Right, so this week, sandwiched between two adverts for Arrow Video, which we're not sponsored by them, so we'll just
Brush over that.
and never buy their
Blu-rays.
stuff because we're not sponsored.
No, other Blu-ray suppliers are available. This is from 2 days ago. When you #drink so much #coffee, you feel like you're going to lose your guts through your ass. #morning.
That is true, in all fairness. You drink a lot of coffee in the morning, you will be sitting on the pan quite shortly after.
On a pan.
On a pan?
On a pan.
The toilet pan. Toilet. What? You
What
must have
goes
heard
down
of it
there?
called that.
What goes down in Owl's outhouse?
I'm sure you've heard of it called pan before.
That's a new segment. House outhouse. Yeah.
That's where we put all of our segments after we're done
The ones
with
that
them.
don't work. There's a lot in there. So wait, not all of us have a bedpan now.
No. Okay, toilet.
Toilet.
A lavatory. A WC.
A John.
A John, yeah.
Dunny. Say it in an Australian accent.
Oh,
Danny.
oh.
There you go.
Think of some other words for toilet.
Don't know.
No, Dunny.
We'll make some up. Let's
Oh,
create some.
Oh, go on then.
Shitter.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a good one.
All right.
Who invented the lavatory?
I can't remember.
Anybody remember?
It's some
John Lavatory.
It was
something
it was
crapper, wasn't it?
Thomas Crapper.
That's the one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, think of some other words. Let's create some other.
The plop drop.
The plop
Plop
drop. That's a
drop.
good one. That's nice. I like that. What about the log flume? The log flume.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
think
like
we're
that.
getting ahead of that.
Yeah, that's
Right.
good. That.
So when you've been on the log flume, Al,
Hmm.
after drinking a lot of coffee,
Yeah,
would you agree with Ross?
I would.
How long are you on there for?
Not that long
Is
because
it like-
it's all out quite quick.
Oh,
Guts and all.
Yeah. That's just the way to get going in the morning, isn't it?
is it like the scene on Dumb and Dumber where he has the laxatives?
There's not much noise going on.
Nice.
There you go.
So Ross is on Twitter. Thank you for that
That
fact.
blue tick is one step closer.
That blue tick is one step closer. We just got to go through a couple brown ticks together.
We're also, just a quick update, we haven't had Al's chlamydia test results just yet.
No.
Fuck it hell.
Slight error. While he went to the bathroom during the mid-show to do it, is that he forgot to take the test.
No, well, I think you meant to pee in the thing, and he actually took a dump in the in the little test file.
Yeah.
So
That's what I did.
So
We got to send it off to the lab.
Yeah.
This one.
so that packet is now just full of turd.
we're keeping waiting. Test results for our chlamydia test coming back next week on the show.
Surely it'll be next season. I'm sure it takes longer than a week.
Well, no, we've gone through the fast track one.
Okay.
Yeah, they're getting them back really quick
Well,
because they don't want it to spread. Because it could be
I don't
dangerous.
know how that's going to happen.
Al's Love Life, new segment.
That is down. Owl's crapper.
Yes.
Ours Love Life's like the stock exchange. Each week you've got to see if it's up or down.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
we go through a period that's not been seen since 2008.
2006.
You could end up with brown chlamydia, the worst kind.
Well, yeah.
And on there, it's got some warnings actually. It says chlamydia is invisible, chlamydia is serious, chlamydia is easily spread, chlamydia is bad. Okay.
It sounds like taglines for a film.
It sounds like a margarine.
It does actually.
I actually want some of that now. Quite tasty.
It's dangerous. It is well, sometimes if you spread it thin enough, it's invisible.
Yes, it can be. Like I like it on a crumpet.
Chlamydia.
Chlamydia on a crumpet.
Chlamydia crumpets.
There you go. Episode title. Did we have chlamydia last week? No, we already had chlamydia.
Yes, we did. Koala.
Okay, right. So that was Ross's on Twitter. We're going to get you that blue tick, we promise, one day. Means there's only one segment left this week on the Stephen Hawking Universe Space Special Spectacular Show, and that is Matty's Big Quiz.
It is.
As big as the universe. Stephen Hawking would be proud because he liked knowledge, and if there's one man on this podcast who brings the knowledge each and every week, it's Callum.
So, here it is. Matty's Big Quiz.
Matty's Big Quiz.
Play along at home.
What's it about?
It is the Stephen Hawking Science and Tech Quiz.
Oh, nice. I was hoping it's going to be about cats.
Cat quiz.
Give me 12 minutes. I'll get you a cat quiz.
Or about bags.
Yeah, if you're following, you'll know that that there is a runaway leader at the top of the leaderboard at the moment. We'll go from the bottom just to get it out of the way. Callum, you need to start pulling your weight. You're on zero.
That's a lot of weight to pull.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll think of a new way to phrase that one next week. Callum, 0 points. This is your week, though. You know this is your week.
If it's like golf, I'm winning.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Ow,
Got a point.
Jed, Holly, you're all there. Just about
Sandwiched in.
sandwiched in between Mark smashing out the leaderboard at 4 points. Somebody can catch him.
No, I ain't ever catching that.
I reckon. Come
That's
on.
not the attitude.
That
I'm
is
just
not
not
the
good at
attitude.
You're
quizzes.
not wrong, but it's not the attitude.
Okay.
Wrong attitude.
Right, we'll go straight into question number 1. Everybody knows Stephen Hawking's book, Brief History of Time,
And it.
and it, the well-known writer Stephen Hawking. How many weeks was A Brief History of Time in the Sunday Times bestseller list? How many weeks?
When did it come out?
Quite a while ago.
Give me a year.
Why
Okay.
does that make any difference?
Because it would.
Okay,
It would affect my answer.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
So
Should I find it out really quickly?
You could find that out quite
Oh no,
quickly.
I better not do that because it might.
Yeah,
come up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
true.
answer.
True. Okay, you're going to have to just have a guess. And we are going to go to Al first because of his intrusion.
How many
How many weeks?
was it? The top seller? Is that what
No,
you said?
not top seller. It was just in the bestsellers list.
How many is that made up of?
The bestseller.
Bestseller.
It's a
Yeah, but if it's a
top.
bestseller
It's
list.
a top 50.
Okay. I reckon.
So it could have fallen down the chart. But
I reckon it was 352 weeks.
Wow.
Long time.
352.
Owen
okay.
Wilson, wow, isn't it?
Wow.
Mark,
114.
114. Callan,
Say 83.
83. Jed,
28.
28.
You
what?
what?
Okay, right. So I'm just doing some quick maths here. Oh, it's close. It is a close
Oh boy.
answer here. Jed, you're way out. You are so far
Nath,
out.
mate.
That's what you get for reading the chat
Hell,
room.
come on, man. I was relying on you.
Jed, you are absolutely out of it. Callan, you are absolutely out of it too. So it's between Al and Mark.
Al's
How
got a
much did you
chance.
say?
114.
114. Al said 352. There's 113 in that. Yeah, I believe Mark's got a
Of
point.
course he fucking has.
It's 237 weeks. So it's 113 between yours and maybe 117. I think you were right. So it was
close
very
though, dude.
close.
It's not
Chin up.
Not close fucking enough.
I know.
Wow.
5 years it was in the bestsellers then.
No, 4.5. 4.5.
Yeah,
Just over
roughly
4.5.
5
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, that's a chunk of time
That is a lot.
that
of
people were buying that book. Okay, moving on to the space section. How many engines did the SpaceX Falcon Heavy have? Everybody know the Falcon Heavy? Everybody saw that? No? Elon Musk's?
Oh, that
little-
thing where he shot a car up into space.
That's the one.
Which I haven't seen
How many
anything of.
engines did that Falcon Heavy have? We'll go to Jed first.
17.
17 engines from Jed. Callum?
My mind. Did you read my mind?
We're like Kylo Ren and Rey.
I'm gonna say 17 as well.
17 as well. Okay.
Are you Kylo
Ren with
the pants up here?
Ben Swallow. New
That's a
meme.
me. That is a me.
No, that's a, yeah, new one. Oh wait, no, dead now. Dead meme.
Mark, how many engines, bud?
26.
Okay. Al.
16.
Ooh. You really...
Ass hat.
16 and 26. Okay, so there is one person that is one engine off the correct answer.
Jesus.
So, so you know, Jed and Callum are straight out of it again.
Oh no, man!
And it's Al. It's not you, buddy.
Of course it's fine.
It's Mark.
I just...
Oh, it was 27 engines.
Really?
Can we start giving Mark like half points? Because he would still beat us. But I mean, it'd at least give us a little bit of morale.
You give us more owl.
We don't want more Al.
We've had way too much owl.
New segment, morale.
True.
Al's morale.
Did we have any guesses on the?
Yep, in the
chat.
in the chat we've got 12 from Nayflar and 8 from Heir to the Empire. Hey Johnny,
And Johnny, we'd like to thank you for
Thank
your
you for the
kind
donation.
this
it's
week.
here in person.
Here it is, a physical donation in person.
But we've also digitally made it so that you can see it on the screen.
Bang.
goes towards paying up for Owl's appearance for each week.
£10.
Well,
Goes
part-
towards
part-
it.
Towards
Ah,
it. Yeah.
I was going to say.
Yeah. We only need one more pound donated.
And we're sorted for 3 years.
That's fine.
We've got a 3-year running subscription to you
for £11.
for £11.
That's fine by me.
No, but really, big thank you for that. It was really kind. And welcome to the chat. You've joined us midway through Matty's big quiz.
Matty's big quiz.
Mark is out in front.
And we're on question number 3. Oh, actually, no. We've got question number 2, part 2.
Oh.
How tall was the Falcon Heavy? We'll go to Mark, seeing as though he's just going to get this bang on the nose.
Is it in like meters? Or?
In meters, yeah. Or feet, I've got both. So you can pick your own.
I'm going to go 112.
Yeah, okay, fine. Which one?
Oh, sorry, meters. Sorry.
Okay. 112 meters. Callum,
I'm going to go 150 meters.
150.
50.
50.
150 meters from Callum. Jed,
7.
7.
No, hold on. 720 feet.
Okay, 720 feet. You're really not helping me with my conversions here, but we can go with 720 feet. Okay, Al.
125
What?
meters.
Meters. 125 meters. It's like you want to give him the quiz.
Oh, what?
Mark is closest again. It was 70 meters tall.
Oh, fuck.
Can I let you in on a little bit of a? This has got nothing to do with the quiz, but when it comes to like measuring things in meters, I've got. I always remember my 100-meter track in my secondary
what I was
school,
trying to
and
do,
I think
yeah.
that's a really long way.
Yeah.
Like, and I thought I'd probably overshot it with 112.
And you did,
Big
and you
old,
did.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
big old amount.
I don't think there's ever been anything 100 odd meters tall shot up in the air.
No. So T Swain said at 888. No meters or feet. And Nayflar said 150, then got really angry at you for stealing his answer.
Oh, wow.
But you said it as it popped up on the screen. It was quite uncanny.
Okay, right. So question number 3. There's a chance of getting back into the points here. You can take it back from Mark. What-
Your box.
Hold on. At the end, throw in a 5-pointer.
We tried that last week.
What is the okay, so we're back to science. What is the average length of the total blood vessels in a human body?
Oh, my God.
What measurement?
In miles. And just to give you, I'm going to give you a clue. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of miles. We're gonna go to Jed first.
17,822.
822 miles. Okay. Callum.
112 miles.
112 miles. Mike.
700 miles.
700 miles. Ow.
200.
200 miles. So there's one person which has gone way out there on this.
That would be Callum.
17,000 miles. Everybody else has gone pretty low.
Damn it.
I want to say everyone is very far out.
Oh.
Jed, you're about 70,000 miles out because it is about 100,000 miles of blood vessels.
Wow.
Mind-blowing facts from Maddie's quiz.
Look at that.
So in the podcast in the chat we had 90 miles, 115 kilometers, 600 miles, and 14,000 kilometers.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, 14,000. That's miles, not kilometers.
So yeah, 100,000 miles of blood vessels.
Oh, how did they find that out?
I know. So yeah, I think laying it like back to back, it goes around the Earth like 3-4 times. That's
For
mental.
one person.
For one adult human being.
that is
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
What about the Big Show? How do you reckon he can like go to the moon and back?
Yes.
Oh,
Because
easily. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're if you're a giant,
Mm.
then or a midget.
A
couple of times-
child has about 60,000.
Oh, okay. Dwarves can go a couple of times around a tennis ball.
They got one blood vessel.
Round a tennis ball.
Okay. Okay, so Jed, you've taken a point.
I
You've
stole
taken
one
a
out.
point.
You did.
Do you want?
So
Do you want the point?
there is a chance
No.
here. There is a chance here. With part 2 of this question, is can anyone name the 3 types of blood vessel in a human body? The correct answer gets 3 points.
No,
No, I
way.
couldn't have a.
If you get it wrong, minus 2 points.
I don't know this.
Is it all three, or are we going to go around and guess?
No,
one?
you got to get all 3. So if somebody thinks they can get all 3, it's worth for
I know one.
Jed, Al, Callum. It's worth you giving it a go.
No, because no. I'm not risking it. I don't have a fucking clue.
Mark's contemplating it. I think Mark should go for it because he's already bang out in the lead.
What was the question?
The 3 types of blood vessels in a human body. It's not a.
It's not too. It's not that.
It's not a hard question.
It's
really.
white blood vessels. And
That's a cells, Jen.
no, is it?
It's a cell.
Oh, is it? Okay.
That's
You-
all carried
so-
by the vessel.
Oh, okay. So it's not. It's not a trick question.
No.
Okay.
I want Mark to give this a go. I
I
really
only
do.
know 2 for sure.
I only know one.
Everybody knows too. Everybody knows
everyone
too.
knows 2. Honestly,
Everyone.
I just don't know what the other
Al,
one
do
is.
you know them?
Off the top of my head.
I'm in trouble, guys.
Okay.
I did
Mark, are you
biology
going to
at
give it a go? He's not.
I literally have no clue. I'm searching as hard as I can for the third thing, and I can't think of it at all.
Okay.
I have no clue at all. So.
Can I just say one and hope
Go
it's
on.
in there?
Go.
Capillary.
Nate, it is.
Oh fuck!
Oh my!
Was that the one you were fucking
That's
missing?
that's the one.
Sake.
The other 2 are vein and artery.
Oh my!
Wow!
I didn't think that.
You could have
Oh.
banged 3 points on the board
God
if you
damn.
had veins and arteries. Wow!
But like,
Good.
your combined was pretty. You did get in between.
So
you.
I get 1 point. Just
You both get -2.
T Swain got them all. Heir to the Empire got them all.
Wow! Good job, guys.
These guys are a lot cleverer than me.
Yes.
I just used to make like little bookcases and stuff. I didn't do science. So.
And T Swain asked how long would blood vessels of a Smurf be? It's kind of unrelated, but
No.
not well to this question.
Very long. Very long. Al did A-level biology.
Yeah, I did.
Did you, what
really?
did you know? Did you know anything there?
Because when you think about it, it's quite simple, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we're overthinking it.
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
know.
I went for quite a simple question.
Yeah.
I would never have got capillary, but like it's
I
yeah.
don't know what that's wrong. My mind just went capillary.
Hmm.
That was
Because
it.
I had like skin in my head, but like I was trying to figure out what's on the skin, and it is capillaries.
And do you know another? This is hijacking with a brass fact.
Son of a bitch.
What would you say if just quickly off the top of your head about? It's not a trick question. It's just like a bonus fact. What's the largest organ now on human body?
Skin.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed that you didn't go to sexual then.
Yeah, it is.
But
My piece.
Al does find skin very sexual.
I do love some skin.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so no bonus points there. Question number 4: how many honorary degrees does Professor Stephen Hawking have?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
We're going to go to Callum first on this one.
12.
12.
Probably.
Ow.
49.
49.
That's quite.
That's,
That's a lot.
He's a popular fella. Callum? Not Callum. Callum's already said his answer.
Yeah.
Mini Callum.
Mini Callum.
6.
6 from Jed. Mark.
5.
Oh
5.
man. Oh boy.
He's finally on the board. Callum's done it. The answer was 13.
Oh,
wow.
One out.
Wow.
This is good.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
wow!
Wow.
Okay.
All right. Al, just don't join in.
Your one was. Hold on. Again, his one was broken. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great. Callum,
Okay,
go on.
Callum on the
Hey.
board.
He is.
Wow.
On the board.
Yeah, the comeback is on.
We got Nayflar with 5, T Swain with 7, Ben Saywell with 4, and Heir to the Empire with 30. So we were all pretty wrong.
Yeah.
Boom!
Look at this.
Apart from Callum.
Who was-
Okay,
yeah.
over to the tech side of the quiz now. What year was the internet created? How confident are we feeling, guys?
I should know this because I watched the Olympic opening ceremony for London 2012 Olympic Games, and they had a little guy like digiting on it. And he was like, "And look, there's the man who made the internet." And he was in a little house loading up Pornhub.
We're going to go to Jed first because he remembers the London Olympics.
So it was 1905.
1905.
You're trying to lose it.
Yeah, but he invented it, but he didn't tell anyone for years.
Good job.
Yeah.
Invented the internet, yeah?
The
Okay,
internet.
So I was thinking sent the first message via like email or something.
1971.
1971 from Mark. Callum.
1974.
1974. Ow.
Look how smug he
Oh.
looks.
No, I
He
don't
knows, doesn't he?
No,
he
I
knows
actually
he's
don't.
going to get it bang
Full
on.
on
I
don't
can.
know.
He's playing it off now. He's just like,
Oh.
I don't know, guys. We don't know. Oh no, I'm going to make my face off a camera.
Go on, quick, come on.
76.
Well,
I actually think it was
that
earlier than that.
BC?
I don't know.
If you think it was earlier, say
Nah,
earlier.
let's just.
He's gone for 76.
Say earlier. Ow.
69.
Okay.
No, I'll just go 69 then.
Oh,
Oh.
he's
69.
changed it at the last minute.
69ing the internet.
I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you a point out.
Oh.
You're on the board.
Ow, you're
It
on the
was
board.
1968.
Oh, if only you weren't thinking sexual.
It's
Yeah.
sex.
We got some answers. We've got 1956, Benjamin
Ooh.
Saywell. I'm not happy about him being allowed to change his answer, by the way. I could have fucking... I'd have got that point. I was 2 years out, man. 1962, Nayflar. 1990, T. Swain. 1976, Heir to the Empire. And then originally... hang on. T. Swain changed his answer from 1990 to originally 1989 by Robert E. Kahn. So he's got fact, but it's not right.
Okay.
I think he might be thinking of yeah, we got some Google answers. We got some Google corrections coming in now, but they're all different. So 1989 and 1983 is now.
I mean, it's hard to know because it could have been invented before it went publicly known.
I'm going to give you part two of this question now. Now, part two of this question is: when was the World Wide Web?
Yeah.
created?
See, that's where
I think that's where people are going wrong.
that's where the
people went wrong.
confusion's lying. The WWW.
So yeah, we'll go around the circle again quickly. Mark.
I think it was 1989.
Yes. Well.
I'm going to say 1989.
Oh. Anybody else across the side of the room?
I'm gonna go for 1989.
And Al, what are you going to
I
have?
reckon October 1989.
The fact that Al got the month correct, I'm going to have to give him the point.
Fuck off.
October 1999.
Oh, man.
Man,
1999, so we're all incorrect.
we were all incorrect.
All the same distance away.
They were listening to Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Die while inventing the www dot.
Oh, tune.
Yeah, so that was the Tim Berners-Lee jobber at
That
the
was
Olympics.
the where he Pornhub. Yeah. Do you reckon in like 20 years' time they're going to be like, what year was the first dick pic sent? Will that be like historic knowledge?
That might be big fat quiz of the year 2042 when Jimmy Carr is finally found out to be not funny.
I was going to say like it would probably be something like when was the first social media? Like what was? But that might actually be relevant now because obviously Facebook and MySpace weren't there was something
even
before
close,
that.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
and then what do you class as social media? Okay.
Okay, and the final question, which I was going to use as a tiebreaker, but I'm going to say it anyway because I want people to guess this question. How many games consoles have I owned in my life?
Oh, okay. This is just thrown in as a bonus one.
As a
Because
bonus.
a big part of Stephen Hawking's life was that.
was he wanted to know. He emailed me constantly.
Yeah, because he gave them to you every year at Christmas.
Every
Like
year.
one from Santa, one from your mum and dad,
It was-
one from Stephen.
Yeah.
So, all right, in your life, okay.
Go on,
How old
Jed.
are you, Matty?
I am 30 years old.
Okay, just have a think. I'm gonna go for 18.
18. Mark.
I reckon 7.
Callum.
20.
Ow.
13.
Okay. The closest was Mark. Mark knows me. It was
Mark.
actually a 9.
Whoa,
Nine.
that's pretty good.
Does anyone have a guess of the consoles I've owned? That's a it could
So
go
one
through.
question I wanted to ask was, did that count like replacements of like say? 360?
Absolutely not.
That would be
shit, that's where
Yeah,
I
that
was
would have
going.
that would have bumped my figures up quite high.
That's where I was going. I was like,
I've had a
question,
few
guess.
red rings after a heavy curry night.
Before we go through the guesses, we've got Nayflar 7, T Swain 8, Ben Saywell 9, Nayflar 10, Etsy Empire 12.
Who got 9?
Say well, Mr. Say well.
Yeah,
Ben
Mr. Saywell.
Saywell.
Yeah.
Bang on.
Okay, I reckon you've had, and this is just rattling them off. This
Right,
isn't going
cool.
towards points, is it?
Yeah, no,
You've had a Nintendo 64.
incorrect.
Obviously.
Has it fallen at the first hurdle? Ow.
It was obviously a PlayStation 1 then.
Correct.
PS2,
Correct.
Xbox 360,
Correct.
Xbox One,
Correct.
PlayStation 3.
Correct.
Xbox.
What are we up to now? Sorry.
Incorrect.
A Sega
Ooh,
Mega
okay.
Drive.
Correct.
Yes, classic Sega Mega Drive.
NES?
Damn right.
Incorrect.
I'm gonna go with a Game Boy Color.
Incorrect.
Oh,
Game
it was
Boy
a Game Boy
Advance.
DS.
No, correct. Incorrect.
Game Boy DS, is that even?
A Game Boy.
I've only
Game
ever
Boy.
owned one Nintendo product.
Game Boy XL.
GameCube.
Incorrect.
A
Super
Waluigi.
Nintendo.
Sega.
Sega Genesis.
Incorrect.
ColecoVision and Sega Genesis.
I said Game Boy Advance, you hadn't had that.
Incorrect.
Oh, okay.
A Game Boy DS.
Oh,
XL.
Wii.
Oh, Wii. That's the only Nintendo product I've ever owned.
Okay.
Oh, that's fair enough.
This had come up in the chat. I just realised I didn't look down. But yeah, we'd had Wii from
Oh, okay.
T Swain and
T
Nayflar.
Swain got it. So yeah, there's 2 left. There's one that you probably won't get. 2 which the second one is still one of my favourite.
Dreamcast.
One of my
Yes.
favourite consoles I've
As soon
ever
as you
owned.
said
Didn't
that.
know that.
Sega Dreamcast.
Oh, Christ.
And the last one was the Commodore 64.
Oh, I was going to say the Power Glove.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, there we go. So, again, not a lot of addition needing in Maddie's quiz this week.
Big
for
suspenseful
finding-
moment as to who's won.
Dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Takes you up to
Dun,
5
dun,
points
dun,
now.
dun. Whoa, whoa.
It's 5 times.
Mark's a winner.
Mark's the winner this week.
Let's crack the
Yay.
champagne open.
Confetti cannon.
Way to kiss his ass.
This is all a fix for letting him use for him letting us use his house.
Yeah.
He has to win
Otherwise he
every
kicks
week.
us out.
Yeah.
Right. Congratulations.
Oh no, Mark won again. Oh god.
Hooray!
Oh no, I didn't see that coming.
No, but Mark has genuinely won, and we wouldn't be reacting like that if you were the winner, Callum.
Does
or if I
Callum-
was the winner,
does
or if
no,
I...
you'd all be like, what the fuck
Yeah,
just
that's
happened?
true.
You've got 2. Have you got 2? Or are you on 0?
I'm on 0.
Are you on 0?
Oh,
shit.
no,
I was going to say
that
this.
is
I couldn't
real.
remember if it was Al, because I remember how Al was getting really salty at the beginning. I didn't know if it was because of the... Anyway, so do we get a wooden spoon at some point?
You get a Stein across the face.
Okay.
That's going to be the prize for the loser, so you better up
That's
your
for the
game.
winner.
Oh, the prize for the loser, Stein.
Hand job.
That's not bad.
New quote. That's not bad.
Al's donated some of his points so that he can be asked.
Yeah. You wish you answered that capillary question, didn't you?
Yeah.
Johnny
Yes.
said, Heir to the Empire, Johnny said, need to do a quiz on something Mark would know literally nothing about.
Code in Canberra. Sorry.
I think
Mark
it's
knows a lot
getting
of stuff.
close.
He's a well-travelled and knowledgeable man.
Yeah, I once went to Dorset.
Yes.
Weymouth. Can it be a quiz about Weymouth?
No, I know too much about
He knows
Weymouth.
too much about
Yeah,
Weymouth.
that's the
He
problem.
knows too much about Weymouth.
Yeah,
And also,
I-
let's not guess because I'll just go and research it.
Yeah, I
I'll
will.
come back stronger.
I will think of something where Mark is going to have a disadvantage, but more on that.
More on
Next
that next week. We'll keep on waiting. So thanks for listening to this week's podcast. We've tried to entertain you with our random chat,
And stupidity.
stupidity. It's been Stephen Hawking Science Space Universe special. I think Stephen would have liked it. He would have. Put in like the what would be like the sound effect that would make laughing.
0001 01001.
Bumtis.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Ja. That's when you
Boots
know.
and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats.
Yes, that'd be probably what he'd be doing, wouldn't he? What else would he be doing?
I don't know.
Well, obviously sitting there in his wheelchair, you could have said
Yeah,
that.
he'd be doing that dribbling.
So, we can always
Because
finish
he did
review.
dribble. Of course he did.
Yeah, everyone dribbles.
No, but he more than most.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
Stephen
he
Hawking
did.
tribute special.
He definitely did.
Let's wrap this up, please, now.
Stephen Hawking tribute special.
Oi.
He's now up there amongst the stars, like Princess Leia in Last Jedi. But no one's letting him back in.
Just bang it on the window. Well, he's not.
So, thanks for listening to this week's show. Be sure to stay tuned to next week's when we will have the live, on air, opened for the first time before anyone else has seen them or found out, and even Al himself has agreed to this. Al's chlamydia results are going to be live next week on the Pretty Random Podcast, Al.
Thanks.
So if any of Al's ex-lovers are watching, tune in next week.
Yeah.
Because it'll save you a phone call. Right. So I'm going to quickly rattle through some social media and stuff. Callum,
Yo.
you are going to be attending Upfest this year.
I am.
We had a
Don't
quick-
mention up first.
Don't mention Upfest because you
That's
get
right.
very mad. But
Yeah.
we had a quick chat about it on the mid-show impromptu Parkinson's segment. Tell them where they can find you and a little bit more about what you do.
You can find me as Neverender Design on Instagram, Facebook as well. But yeah, I specialise in multi-layered stencils, mostly in the grayscale variety, but I do also vary and do other things. So mostly multi-layered stencils. I've also got some Chester Bennington pieces. They're for sale on my Big Cartel. 20 quid. All proceeds will go towards a mental health charity which we decided to be Mind. Ships anywhere in the world. And yeah, that'll be neverenderdesign.bigcartel.com.
Fantastic. That is Callum Rigdon in a nutshell. Neverender Design. Keyword mostly.
Mostly.
Al,
Mm.
right, going over to you. It is time for you to tell the viewers about Games Re-Up,
Yeah.
which some people pronounce Games Re-Up.
I can't imagine many people.
One person, me.
You
So
are.
tell them about it.
Yeah, you can obviously check me out on YouTube, Games Re-Up, where we do a lot of Let's Plays and a lot of retro stuff on there as well. Quite a few videos coming up this week, but you'll have to subscribe and check out the channel to find out what that will be.
Also, big news, Games Re-Up and the Pretty Random podcast will be represented later this year at
E3.
live from...
E3. In Los Angeles.
Yes, that's what I was looking for.
True fact.
Yeah, so yeah, that'll be good as well.
Yeah.
Pretty Random Podcast as a whole, you can find us across all social media. Just search for Pretty Random Podcast. And be sure to interact with us on there, and we'll get back to you when we can. Coming this weekend will be the Pretty Random Memes Instagram page.
Memes Instagram. Keep an eye out.
Creating and keep killing memes as quickly as we can. So, dead memes.
That's where
24/7.
memes go to die.
It's where the memes go to die.
Oh, where memes come back to life.
Oh, throwback.
Ah.
Throwback to season 1.
I don't die.
No, we'll run them. We'll run them forever.
Oh.
We'll ride that horse into the sunset.
Okay, also as well, Pretty Random Network's got some bits and pieces coming up this year. From season 3 onwards, we're going to be expanding the network. Mark, tell them about it.
We are going into Pretty Random Movies. We're going into Pretty Random Gaming full time. Well, not full time, but you know, a lot of time.
A lot of time.
Pretty Random Wrestling and Pretty Random Art. Keep it dialed to this channel.
Also, don't forget to hit the follow, subscribe button wherever you're listening to us. That way we'll download each and every week without you having to search, and we're doing pretty good at the moment, episode every week. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for all your support and your kind donations. I've actually just got breaking text message live because it's been a couple of weeks and the Pretty Random podcast has been without a real sponsor. But Mandy's just sent me a text, and Mandy has said that next week on the show she's got a brand new product that she is going to be sponsoring the show with. So
Cool.
we've got a lot of stuff to keep the viewers waiting for next week. We've got the chlamydia results, Mandy Rigdon's new sponsorship
Chlamydia
coming
results.
next week.
But I'm not here for that.
Well,
Oh.
you're gonna have to wait and see with the rest of us what it is. Mandy Rigdon, proud sponsor of the Pretty Runner podcast. Thanks everyone for listening, tuning in, and all of that good stuff. Anything else anyone wants to say about Stephen Hawking?
Ledge.
Genius.
Yeah, what a guy.
Rest in peace, Starman.
We thank you for everything that you contributed and for giving us something to talk about this week on the Pretty Random podcast. And your book is really great.
Your life wasn't in vain.
No,
We finally talked about you.
we gave you an hour of random chat. Right, that's it. That does it. See you next week, everyone.
Bye.
Toodaloo.